La Bonita grocery store. Why is everyone not shopping here? A few years ago, I was looking for fruit juice. Not just the standard apple or orange. I wanted a variety, at least 5 types. None of the standard chain stores carried that much of a variety. And finally, a friend suggested that I visit my local Mexican or Hispanic store. How did I live so many years without knowing that this was an option? I regularly eat Mexican food, and I always get told that the westernized versions are just not as good. So how did I not realize that the same would be true for shopping too? So the first time I visited, I went for 5 cans of fruit juice and left with a whole cart of food. The best part was the price. As we explore the store, I will note the things that I often get due to the price, or that I get just because they're so tasty. As you enter, to the right is the bakery area. This is one of my top 3 areas. You can get 1 bakery item, or you can get as many as you want. There are bags and boxes available and tongs to handle the baked goods. I tend to get a box and make myself a mix and match dozen. Each of these bakery items are $1.09. It's gone up slightly in price, but it's still an amazing deal. The cookies always end up being a relationship test when there's only 1 left in the box. I am happy to report my boyfriend will always leave me at least half of the last cookie. There are also a lot of pre-packaged options, and I often get those for potlucks. You get a lot of tasty baked goods for a very reasonable price. Further along the side are the cakes and desserts. I need more friends so that I can buy these cakes. They're just a bit too big for my usual group of friends. But honestly, they really do look good enough for me to want more friends. Look at these long ones. What a brilliant idea for a cake. Easy to cut and share. I love flan, so sometimes I indulge in their flan cups or in what I think of as their custard cakes. They're just so tasty. Just past the cakes, we come to my favorite area number 2, what they call the restaurant area. You can buy food and eat right here, or you can get it to take home. But the reason I come here is for the pre-made food. I'm shopping on the Tuesday before Thanksgiving, so really their supply is very low. I usually get some carnitas, that I now know means pork, and some pork ribs. The carnitas becomes burritos and tacos and all of our favorite Mexican foods. We warm the ribs and serve them with veggies, and everybody thinks I'm a good cook. And just look at these prices for food that is ready to serve. I should not tell you this, but they also have a rotisserie chicken here that will have you crying for joy. Or, if you don't like spices, crying for a different reason. Today I got the very last one. It is so exceptionally good. Before moving to America, I had no experience with Spanish, although I have lived in Brazil and used to speak some Portuguese. I don't even have the most basic Spaniards that most Americans learn in school or have just picked up through the years. So one day I'm standing in line and I notice the meal set. And I'm thinking, that's not a bad price. I wonder what you get. If only I had something that could translate for me. Oh wait, I do. So I Google frijoles and it means beans. And I Google arroz and it means rice. And I'm standing there in line giggling to myself thinking, if I keep this up, I'm going to get struck by lightning right here in this Mexican store. I could have asked. The staff is super kind and helpful. More so, I think, because they can see that I have no idea what I'm doing. If you want to be a bit more healthy, the next area has fresh cut fruit and huge yogurt cups. Honestly, the price for yogurt and granola and fruit is crazy. They also have ready-made sandwiches. One of the few things I don't eat is pre-cut fruit. But my boyfriend loves it, so I can be a good girlfriend and have pre-cut fruit in the fridge and make it look like I made a big effort for him. Favorite area number 3, marinated meat. If I had known about these turkeys, I totally would have come to get one. I'm hoping they will have them again for Christmas. Oh my, can you just imagine all the good things they're going to have for Christmas? I have a month to clean out my fridge and freezer. I usually get marinated pork, some onions and then the marinated pork, and it looks like I have much better cooking skills than I do. I'm highlighting some of the canned and dried goods that are different from what you find in other places. Strangely, if you're British, they have some stuff here that might have a different name, but is just like you would find back home, and at crazy good prices. Honestly, this place is worth a visit just for the biscuit varieties. At the back, they have seafood and meat. They have stuff here that you cannot find at your local chain grocery store, and that you might have no idea how to prepare. Honestly, I don't know what to do with tripe, but I almost cried when I found out they have kidneys. A steak and kidney pie. Pig's ears are beyond my expertise. But they do have some cuts of meat here that are super hard to find other places. I have not yet tried any of the pre-made ceviche or other of the pre-made foods. Salads maybe? The counter also has a variety of salsas and sauces. I fear that my experience with Mexican food fails me. I might need to take a more experienced friend with me on a quiet day and get a selection and see what I like. Suggestions welcome. What should I not miss out on? They have a great fresh fruit and vegetable section. Much of the usual stuff, but also some things that can be harder to find. As always, please consider hitting the like button. And if you're enjoying my videos or find anything useful in them, please consider subscribing to my channel. I always welcome any comments or feedback. We end our explorations at the chilies. So many chilies. All the dry chilies. I do not know enough to know what they all are, but I do know you can find them either in big bags or you can get just as much as you need. As always, I end my video with showing you what I took home. Marinated chicken and a party tray with 3 different types of marinated meat: chicken, pork and beef. Not that we're using it for a party, but each section is the perfect size for a meal for 2 people with some leftovers for lunch. So $13 becomes 6 portions for us. The chicken pies are an indulgence, kept in the freezer for when I get super homesick. With it coming up to Christmas, of course I have to have a box of assorted cookies in the back of the cupboard. You never know who might stop by, and I don't want to be caught without something to go with tea. Flan and custard pie. Apparently it's called cream cheese Napolitano. Don't judge me. This is our box of bakery items. Lots of cookies, but also lots of other things. What do you think the pie-looking thing is? For $1, I usually try something new. I might just love it. This is the rotisserie chicken. Just look at the color of it. And $5 is a very good price for it. I got the very last one. And finally, the cooked ribs. $4.99 per pound. And this is at least 6 portions for us. If you're an experienced La Bonita shopper, what am I missing? What should I add to my cart next time I go?